lips make our life a living hell.
Maritha and Melanie moved in about 6 months ago, along with Maritha's 3 sons and 4 dogs, which bark 24/7. After Maritha moved in, I walked over to introduce myself. She immediately started cussing at me, telling me, I know you're the bee that called animal control. I didn't call animal control. But recently, we asked her to take the dogs in, and she told me to take my white ass back in the house.
Maritha can be violent and hostile. She had a confrontation with my next-door neighbor. Maritha ended up punching her in the face. She was bleeding from her nose and her mouth. Her lip was busted.
She has revved up the harassment. Maritha has tweeted about us to basically commit suicide before she does it for us. Maritha told me that I have a gun in my trunk. I haven't had to use it yet, but I'm not afraid to. Maritha installed 8 security cameras on the back of their house and 2 in the front, along with 3 floodlights. It looks like Walmart lit up in their backyard. One's actually aimed right at my patio, and we're constantly on surveillance cameras. They film us every day. It's just nonstop. They're constantly out with their phones in the air videotaping us. My kids don't feel safe anymore. Maritha filed a restraining order on us. She claims that I ask her for money. I ask her for her sexual preference, and if me and my husband would swing with her and her partner. It's totally ludicrous. Maritha's out of control, and she will do anything to get back at us.
Okay, so neighbors have disputes. Kids will be kids. They do crazy things. Is this annoying, or
No, it's very
is
dangerous
this...
to the point where we put our house up for sale. I mean, when it goes to the point where they're constantly filming us in the backyard, my children, and trying to set our swing set, blow it up, I mean, that's the point of it steps over the boundaries. It's time to get out.
When you say they tried to blow it up, what do you mean?
I mean, they set a mortar shell of some sort under the swing set and tried to blow it up.
Isn't that more likely it was a firework than a mortar shell?
Under these circumstances, if this wasn't the case, I would totally blow it off as a firework. But since these people have been harassing us and falsely accused us of so many things.
All right, well, let's talk about that. What is it they're accusing you of? What is it they're saying you do?
They say that they do not like us calling the police on when the dogs are barking at all hours of the night. I mean, the dogs bark 24/7. They have come around the neighborhood, taken pictures of our house, got in confrontations with our neighbors, and, threatened to have protests in our neighborhood, threatened to, bring gangs in to intimidate us.
These dogs are barking 24/7.
Yes.
Yes.
That's 24 hours a day.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Yes.
Yes.
Those dogs must be really hoarse.
When we say all day, we don't mean literally barking nonstop. We're saying they bark, take a breath, bark. I mean, they're barking all day. When we say barking all day, that doesn't mean literally barking all day.
You say they're threatening to bring gangs in to do what? To kill you, beat you up?
We're not sure.
And you're afraid of Maritha.
Yes.
Why?
Well, she's a big girl. I mean, and she's definitely have a mouth on her.
She says you're an agitator.
I don't know how I'm an agitator.
Well, were you nosy? Did you go over and start asking a bunch of personal questions?
Never. Never have I asked her any personal questions, ever. When I got home, she moved in on a Friday. We got home on a Monday. I walked over and was going to introduce myself to her, and she's cussing me under her breath. Like, stay the away from me, you bee. And I'm like, I told him, I just kept going and got to her, and I'm like, hello, my name's Jonna. I thought I'd introduce myself. She goes, you're the one that called animal control on me. And I'm like, I just got home from out of town.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell